Greetings, fellow time travelers. Let's transport ourselves back to the early Cretaceous period in Argentina, where expansive salinas glisten in shades of vibrant pink under the warm glow of flamingo light. Gliding just above the water is a bizarre and beautiful creature, Pterodaustro, the pterosaur with a mouth like a brush. Its lower jaw is packed with hundreds of needle-thin teeth, forming a perfect living sieve. Imagine this: Pterodaustro launches with a powerful four-limbed push-off, then soars over the glassy surface. Its mouth floods, and then its powerful tongue and throat muscles pump the salty water out past that bristle-like comb. What's left behind is a rich slurry of brine shrimp and tiny crustaceans. It's basically the same strategy flamingos use, but on a winged prehistoric chassis. For these animals, dawn is payday. Plankton and small creatures rise to the surface overnight, and the morning breeze concentrates them into neat lines, creating a perfect buffet. The Pterodaustro lived in loose colonies. It uses their head crests and specific postures to signal to each other. This wasn't just social behavior, it was traffic control. Avoiding collisions and respecting each other's feeding lanes was crucial for survival. Everyone needed to get their share without wasting precious energy. Of course, life wasn't without its dangers. Large wading birds and small crocodiles lurked at the water's edge, while aerial thieves were always on the lookout for an easy meal. Pterodaustro's defense was disciplined formation flying. Imagine dozens of them gliding in parallel lanes, like fish scales rippling across the sky. Each one is in sync, pumping water, swallowing, banking, and resetting for another pass. On windy days, they would park on the shore, keeping their feet planted and wings half-raised for balance, using their beak sieves in the shallows instead of flying. At night, they'd gather on soft mud islands, safe from land predators that couldn't cross the treacherous ground. Their chicks grew up fast. As they matured, their amazing tooth comb developed, allowing them to graduate from eating insects to feasting on the full brine menu. Their bones were as thin as paper, a honeycomb of hollow struts, incredibly light but surprisingly strong. Every part of their body was optimized for a life in the air. This whole lagoon was a finely tuned factory. Upwelling currents fed the algae, the shrimp populations bloomed, and Pterodaustro was there to cash in on sunlight converted into micro-meat. They were masters of adaptation, constantly reading the watercolor, the wind, and each other to turn every opportunity into a meal. Thanks for skimming the mirror with us today. If you enjoyed this trip back in time, hit that like button, subscribe for more adventures, and let me know in the comments which prehistoric specialist you want to see next. See you later. Ciao.